Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.
Hold on to your butts.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basic Monsters Game Day podcast on SportsZone Chicago. Halftime in Chicago. Green Bay is up 21-13 over the Chicago Bears, and you know what? There's points being left on the field, Luke.
Oh yeah, they're dodging bullets too. We're getting some lucky calls. Things go their way, but first and foremost, at the end of the half, man, you gotta have 7 against Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
Well, let's talk about the turnover.
Yeah.
The fumble on the punt.
Yeah.
You got to have 7 there.
Yeah,
you cannot like this has been the headache of the Chicago Bears is getting into the red zone or close and coming up with 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not good, especially against a guy like Aaron Rodgers, somebody that can put up points quick. Like you gotta be getting you gotta be squeezing every single point out of these drives that you possibly can. Like you have to have 7. 3s aren't going to win it.
3's not going to do it.
Not against him.
3's not going to do it. And you know what? Again, in the red zone, right there, like Mitch, or not even Mitch. Why are you still designing plays that are going right there? Maybe you needed to tack underneath and play it smart. You should have held on to that timeout. I thought and went quick or gave up the down.
Yeah.
And saved the timeout and saved the clock and gave up the down because at that point. It's everything but 4th down. What was it? 3rd down? It wasn't even 3rd down when they went ahead and tried to throw. It was 1st down. They tried to go ahead and attack the corner in the end zone, and it wasn't able to work out. Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not go ahead and tell him clock that, keep the timeout, save some. You're able to. You're sacrificing. You're sacrificing a few seconds, but you're keeping a few seconds so you have one more play.
Right.
So for me, I just some of the decision making was bad. You're still in the game for what it's worth. You're still in the game. A touchdown and an extra point. It's a tie ball game. But for me, you cannot have a defense give up these big plays to the Green Bay Packers. You can't have it. I'm sorry. And Cole Kmet, I get you're playing hard, but hold on to the football. Put 2 hands on the damn ball, please. I get you're trying to be a bull right now. But right now, the Green Bay Packers they're going for that. They're banking on you being hype.
Yeah. And
they're going to get you. They've done it a couple times. They almost had it again if it wasn't for a penalty on David Montgomery. Yeah. Adrian Amos, former Bear, who we just, we didn't need him. We didn't need Adrian Amos. But, it's been a rough – It started off well, but it's been rough because it just doesn't make sense how you continue to go ahead and put Cordero Patterson in the red zone.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's certain things. I'm telling you, there's certain things that piss me off. Right now, we're going to go ahead and get to our guys. We're going to bring them both. Well, actually, I think we got. We got all 3. We got 3 smoke fellas and Brandon Suarez. Right now, we're going to go ahead and bring them all on at once. Brandon Suarez, and then let's see who we got. No, we got all the smoke fellas, so we're gonna just bring them all on right now, guys. What is going on, y'all? How y'all doing? It's been a funky ass first half, to say the least. Man, I don't know how else to say it. I feel like you took their best shot and you're still within 8 points. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Brandon? What do you think the Bears need to do in the second half? And how do you feel about the first half? Because I just feel like there are certain points in the game where the decision-making was poor.
So 2 things. Calculated blitz packages. Make sure you're blitzing the right people and you're blitzing on the right downs. And stop putting Duke Shelley on Devontae Adams. I don't know what planet we think that is a favorable matchup on any play, any down and distance. Duke Shelley was a guy who played on our practice squad and special teams. You put him in zone coverage and you give him a little bit of help over the top. And the blitz, that ended up and was a 73-yard touchdown by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Danny Trevathan couldn't cover me, okay? And I run like a 5-second 40. So
Right.
I don't know what we're doing. Chuck Pagano, regardless of what happens this season, needs to get fired. He doesn't know how to call a defense. I miss Vic Fangio so much. But from an offensive standpoint, I feel like they're playing and calling a game not to lose by 1,000. You need to take a couple more shots. You need to open it up. Let Mitch take a shot. If he makes a mistake, he makes a mistake. We won't know if he doesn't throw.
You know, like I'll say this. I'm cool with limiting Mitch's decision making. I'm cool with giving him the opportunity to screw up. I'm cool with limiting that. My thing is, and I want to go back to your point with the cornerback situation. And I talked to the fellas. I talked to you, Damani, and Ben yesterday about this. Why don't you put your best cornerback on their best receiver? And that's Kyle Fuller. Now I want to go ahead and hey, you guys are on mute. Yeah, you guys are on mute.
He needs to be following him.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I totally agree with him. The money, for some reason, think Chuck Pagano was the second coming of God. Chuck Pagano was an absolutely terrible defense. He's a terrible defensive coordinator. There's no way you pay Fuller all this money and he playing the slot receiver. That's absolutely terrible. I hate Chuck Pagano. I wish they fired him after the season.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. You do realize Fuller didn't follow nobody in Fangio's defense either. He's just not a lockdown guy like that. Even though he's your best corner, you don't have a lockdown. Jalen Johnson's out. They're not going to follow him. Green Bay just going to keep it. You got to put the safety over the top of Adams.
But the money. Like the man is moving around in the slot. The man's moving around on the outside, and Duke Shelley is on him. Like they're still moving like Duke Shelley is still on him. So why not Kyle Fuller? That's my question.
But then we talked about it yesterday, though. He was going to expose that.
That's my question.
Ivan, the bottom line item is it's the other players that's killing us right now. Adams ain't killing us. It's all these other players that's killing us. They're going over the middle, and there ain't nobody sitting in the middle. It's wide open.
But y'all focusing on defense, Ivan. Let's focus on the offense.
Oh, geez.
When you get into the red zone against the Green Bay Packers, you have to score a touchdown. You cannot score a touchdown. You have to score a touchdown.
Those are facts.
So you got to take advantage of that too.
You know what? It pisses me off because we were talking about it during the game. As soon as they got that turnover off the punt, I'm like 7 now. You have to force Green Bay's offense to play you have to force them to take chances as well. They can't just sit there and run the ball, dink and dunk, and then just pretty much slow kill your ass all the way to the end zone because they have a lead. You have to put the pressure on them and try to force Aaron Rodgers if you can to make a mistake. And I just feel like right now, I mean, they're doing an okay job. He's just beating you. But like you said, Kevin, the offense, you have to score points. I just feel like another shot.
Roquan hurt us too. I mean, number 55 Woods was absolutely horrific.
He blew that.
That was absolutely pathetic. I mean, come on, man. This guy's on special teams and he scores a touchdown. We got to do better, man. The whole offense, defense is that Pagano got to go. Pagano hasn't, to me, beat anybody with any type of offense. He hasn't. The money want to say he's top 9. He played terrible teams. He don't know how to adjust during the game. Pagano got to go.
What other is Jimmy Graham out? Did I miss something?
They haven't thrown it to Robinson either one time.
They haven't gone to Jimmy Graham. And I was saying that to Luke right at the end of the half before they kicked the field goal. I was like, Jimmy Graham. Yep. And Jimmy was on that side, I believe. I believe it was Jimmy and Allen Robinson. But Mitch, like you have to have somebody underneath, and you have to have somebody quick. Like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to try to score in the middle of the field if you're going to try to score in the red zone. You're going to have to try to attack that. Because that fade for Mitch, whatever they're doing to disguise, and I think they're just telling the corner to sit and bringing that safety over and having him pick up the deep guy. And look at King almost had the interception again. Like he almost had another pick in the red zone. And I'm just sitting here like, why do you continue to trust him to make that throw? It doesn't make sense to me. You got to continue to run the football, but at a certain point, if you give up coming back in the second half, if you give up a touchdown, wrap it up.
Let me ask you this: is there an all-pro corner on Green Bay?
No.
Jair Alexander was last
Jair
year,
Alexander.
right? Yeah.
Okay, because I'm wondering why we haven't seen. We didn't even know Allen Robinson was playing.
That's a
Exactly.
fact.
You attempt to throw the ball to your best receiver. Like you don't attempt to throw the ball to him. Like no, like is this some Richard Sherman over there somewhere where he's at?
You have a point. You have a point. It's not like that. And the thing is, and that's what I was talking about when I came on. It's like, Ivan, we just got done watching Friday, watch Brian Kelly call a shit game. I don't think they're calling great plays. You have to take shots. This is it. It's week 17. Your job is on the line. Pagano, Nagy, Mitch's next contract. Rivalry game against your week 17 opponent, the Green Bay Packers, to get into the playoffs.
The right to get in, yes.
You're right.
Like you have to have it. You have to have it right here.
Right now, right. Yeah, right.
Keep your gloves off.
Yeah, right now.
Let it ride.
Yes.
Everything's fine. You're so right.
Absolutely. Right now, to me, it's like, who do you want to be right now? Do you want to fall, like I said, stumble in all drunk in the back door into the playoffs, or do you want to go out and prove you can hang with this team? Because regardless of what happens, if they win or lose, because right now the Rams are up 12-7 over the Arizona Cardinals with Kyler Murray out with an ankle injury. If you're able to win, I feel like if you're able to win, and you get and you're able to take take that spot, you're gonna. What are you gonna play? Green Bay next?
It's like mathematical.
It would probably be New Orleans.
Brandon,
we gotta wait till we gotta wait till everything.
It's still math involved in that.
Yeah, if we win, I think it's Green Bay. If we lose, it's New Orleans. Well, if we win though, Green Bay will slip to 2. But the thing is, though, like there's like 7 or 8 people on this call at this point. We're not fucking losing. We're not losing. So defense gets a stop right here. Okay. They limited the possessions. That's the one thing that I talked about on Bears on Tap before this week. You got to limit the amount of time that Aaron Rodgers and them guys are on the field. You need to tighten up. You need to make a couple stops here. And at this point, you, like you said in the comments, need to throw the ball more than 5 yards. You need to have Mitch take those shots. Throw Mooney deep. Get Robinson involved. He gets yards after the catch almost every single time. Komet, hold on to the ball. That hurt. That was catastrophic. If you look at it, 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. You need a stop, and then anything else after that is you're playing on house money.
I just think in the biggest game of the year, for you to get in the playoffs, you have to involve your best wide receiver.
Period.
We didn't even know the man was playing.
Right.
Yeah, we had no clue.
And I know they don't trust Mitch, which is why they're not calling those plays like y'all saying. But you got to let it go. If you trust this dude, he's your starting quarterback. You're trying to get in. You have to score points against him. So you got to let it ride. If Mitch throws the ball away, so be it.
Well, let me say this. It could also be a ball control thing where you're trying to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. You're trying to sustain long drives. You kind of do a time of possession thing instead of trying to get in a shootout with Aaron Rodgers. Because in a shootout between Aaron Rodgers and Mitch Trubisky, we already know which way that's going to go. So it could be a ball control thing, but I agree you do have to take a few shots down off of play action. Green Bay's playing, bringing the safety up, playing the run. You got to take a few shots in the second half, but it's still important to stick with your game plan and keep Rodgers off the field.
It's like I said, it's still within reach. You have an opportunity if you stop them to get within 1 point, and if you want to go for 2, make it a tie game, and you do that, awesome. Now you're in a tie game. If you choose to go for 2, but before that, you need this stop. The kickoff is just underway, fellas. Thank you for coming on. I know we want to get back to it.
Appreciate y'all.
It looks like they're fighting. They're up at the 30 for right now. Hey, you know what? Real quick, I want you guys to let everybody know where they can find you online. We'll go with the Smoke Fellas first.
Oh, well, check it out, man. You can find us out on Facebook, Instagram, Smoke Fellas 2015 at gmail.com, and you can check us out every Saturday from 11 to 1 on SportsZone Chicago, man. We do a sports podcast, baby. Smoke Fellas in the house.
Brandon, go ahead.
Yeah, and you can follow me at BeatOn300. That's Instagram and Twitter. And then all the Bears coverage can be found at Bears on Tap. Let's get this stop. Let's get this dub. Rams are winning. We got to find a way to win a football game today and get into these playoffs, but bear down.
Bear down. And you know what? We'll go ahead and this second half, I mean, this third quarter is going to dictate it. It's going to set the tone for what's going to happen here. Because whether you get into the playoffs or not, you're going to face a tough team, whether you win here and you face Green Bay, or you go ahead and you backpedal your way into the playoffs and face a New Orleans Saints team. Or Seattle, whoever you face in the playoffs is going to be there to knock you, to smack you down and take you out. So we're going to have to see what happens here in this third quarter. But fellas, thank you for coming on. We'll get back to you guys. We'll get back in the post game of this. But thank you guys for coming on. We'll see you guys later. All right, y'all. All right, guys. Those was the entire Smoke Phones. They're like the Wu-Tang Clan.
All right.
and Brandon Suarez, our boy from the On Tap Sportsnet, and I'm just like, man, I'm doubtful. I'm doubtful because Arizona still has a shot. We have to depend on somebody else. Like that, the depending on somebody else part doesn't stick well with me. And you're gonna have to see what happens here. The Bears got to make a stop. The Packers are at midfield right now, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, and just to go off of like what they were saying earlier here too is I know that they're saying they don't trust Mitch, but at some point you're going to have to. Mitch is also going to have to trust. They're also going to trust the receivers.
Wow.
Like sometimes you may be man to man. Let him throw.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I mean, it's a 50-50 ball. You need yards and you need points. You need every point you could get playing Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
So why not go for it?
Right now, Duke Shelley is just getting flat out beat. Marquez Valdez-Scantling drops a sure touchdown in the breadbasket. Thank God, because oh man, I thought that was going to be a touchdown. I thought they were going to come right out and score a touchdown. Duke Shelley's a straight up liability at this point. They're going to attack him all night. I think he needs to come out of the game, Coach. I really think he needs to come out of the game, Vernon. Well, this may be the end of yet another failed Bears season. Yeah. I mean, it might. It very well might get him. Fumble. Oh, no fumble. But Matt gets a sack. Thank God. I thought he was going to escape.
He was going to.
Khalil Mack gets a sack on Aaron Rodgers. That's the first sack of the day for the Chicago Bears. And man, dude, look at that. Just flush him out. Like, you need to generate pressure up the middle. And I don't care. Rodgers is great. He's going to beat you sometimes. But if you're not forcing him to go left and right, and run, he's a great passer. He can escape. He has great escapability. Mm-hmm. But you got to force him to throw on the run and let your cornerbacks make a play. I'm sorry. To me, that's look at another almost a delay of game they're coming from. Incomplete, and that will be fourth down. The Bears stop them.
Just what you needed.
Bears stop them. Just what we needed. All right, we're getting out of here because I'm going to pay attention to this game. We will be with you immediately after this in the post game. Talking Bears will be joined by I hope Jason Palmer and Sean Sierra and Michael Halatek in the post game. Talking Bears, win or lose. Let's see what Vernon has to say. Vernon, it's bad that even the Browns get into the playoffs and the Bears couldn't. You never know, Vernon. You never know. There's still other forces at hand. But we'll see. We're going to get out of here. I want to watch this game. Until the post game, guys. Peace.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Straight cash, homie.
Hold on to your butts.